Hi, I'm Emily and I'm the Castle Girl. Today I'm at Crookston Castle. Crookston Castle is a tower house castle. It sits on top of a hog's back ridge and overlooks the Levern Water just before it merges with the White Cart Water. Crookston Castle is Glasgow's only existing castle, and it was originally built during the feudal era. Crookston lies about 5 miles south of Glasgow city centre in the area of Pollock. The Norman knight Robert de Croc was the original landowner. He built a motte and bailey castle in the late 12th century. A village soon developed around the castle named Crookston, a version of the knight's name Croc. The lands of Crookston passed to the Stewart of Darnley family in the early 14th century. Sir John Stewart was the most notable member after defeating the English along with the French at Boucher in 1421. Although he died in battle, the monies acquired were sent back to his homeland and were used to build the stone tower and structure we can see here in Crookston. Considering that Crookston Castle lies within a city, it is surprisingly well preserved, with substantial evidence remaining of the long-gone residents of the past. On entrance to the site, you follow a cobbled path at the west of the castle, across an earth-formed bridge over the ditch, and this would have likely have been a guardhouse. There are 2 towers still standing at considerable height at the east side of the castle. These have been carefully restored for visitor access. The entrance into the castle is through a door on the north, on the right of the northeastern tower. Inside the castle, there are some surprisingly well-preserved intricate features, such as a ribbed vaulted ceiling on the ground floor with a well chamber. Up a flight of stairs takes you to a now roofless main hall. This would have been a great advantage point for extensive views over the Clyde Valley and the fields of Renfrewshire. A spiral staircase takes you to the second surviving floor of the tower. You can climb further up to the 3rd and 4th levels using metal ladders. These ladders were installed for access, and a 3rd ladder that takes you to the rooftop. The ladders date from the Second World War, when Crookston Castle was in use as an anti-aircraft observation post. It was manned by the Home Guard. In 1489, King James IV sent the 6-ton siege gun Mons Meg to destroy the castle. This was during a rebellion against him by Matthew Stewart, the 1st Earl of Lennox. The bombard destroyed the western side of the castle, including 2 other tall towers of the once X-shaped castle. The castle was attacked again in 1544 by the Earl of Arran. This was because the Earl of Lennox sided with the English during the rough wooing wars. Both Arran and Lennox had a claim to the throne after Mary Queen of Scots. Lennox regained his status in Scotland in 1564, and the castle was regained by the Stuarts in 1565. The attack resulted in Lennox surrendering to the king. It was by then the residence of Lord Henry Darnley, who married Mary Queen of Scots in the July of that same year. The couple are said to have been engaged under an ancient tree in Darnley, not far from the castle. They spent some time here at Crookston as newlyweds. Crookston Castle was sold to the Maxwell family in 1757. The castle lay derelict until the Maxwells restored it in part for the anticipated visit of Queen Victoria in 1847. Crookston Castle was gifted to the National Trust for Scotland in 1931. The castle is now in the care of Historic Environment Scotland. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to visiting a castle near you. Bye!